What's going on here? The navcom's all over the place, and the Artron level's increased by 2,000%. And what's going on with the door? What happened? Ugh. Where am I? Hello there. I'm LD, and today we're reviewing the new Tardis mod for Minecraft version 1.16.5. The mod will be linked in the description if you'd like to check it out, and please feel free to like and subscribe, and do check out the mod to support the developers. Please enjoy the video. Alright, so let's get into this. So, when you start a new Tardis mod, it's going to be a bit slow. It won't really pick up until you find a village. So we will /locate village. Let's just go to the village, and I really hope this has the right structure. There you go. Now, when you go to a village, when you're exploring and you find one, you will see this structure. This is a new Tardis mod structure. New Tardis mod has compatibilities with the repurposed structure mod through a data pack as well, so that's what you can find. Now, when you find this place, there's a few things in the loot. You can get some enchantments, shovels, stuff like that, and some things from the mod itself. The Zion crystals and black upgrade cards, which we'll get into in a moment. I'm just going to put this guy in here, because then I can get all this done. So, go up here. Let's just get you and replace you. Villager, you gonna come up here? Yeah. You get this villager, the storyteller. Now, the storyteller can give you a few things. One of the main ones is the Strange Journal, which is a guidebook to the mod kind of, but it also shows you what each of the controls on your TARDIS do. 3 emeralds for a Strange Journal. Now, when you open Strange Journal, it will tell you how your TARDIS works. It's a very advanced system. Your TARDIS has emotions. If your TARDIS doesn't like you, you'll be kicked out of your TARDIS, or generally, your TARDIS will land somewhere wrong, or generally you will just sort of be put into dangerous situations if you don't have a good relationship with your TARDIS. Now, TARDISes can have different emotions and different personalities. Some TARDISes don't like water, some don't like enclosed spaces, some are arachnophobes. It's very interesting part of the mod, to be honest, and it takes a while to go over. But we'll upgrade this guy to get some. Let's just get a bunch of emeralds and just buy a bunch of Strange Journals, because that seems to get you and you and you. Upgrade. Artifact map. Now, the artifact map allows you to find a few things in the overworld. There is a chance of the artifact map helping you find a TARDIS or a crashed ship. Now, a crashed ship is useful, but we'll get over that in a minute. So let's just go into Spectator and look underground a bit. I'll see if I can find a TARDIS. I'll come back when I do. Right, here we have a broken TARDIS exterior. Broken TARDIS exteriors spawn underground. You can find a few random ones. I will try and get the most common one. Well, you can get any of these different types of exteriors, but this is the main one of the mod. It's what the sprite shows us. Generally, this is the new TARDIS mod TARDIS, really. And the rest are just sort of more random. But this is like one of the earlier ones that's existed longest. So I thought you will get things like Eye of Enders, compasses, maps, and that will allow you to win the favour of a TARDIS. Now, you take your Eye of Ender or whatever else, and you right click on the TARDIS, and you will get hearts. Now, when you get enough hearts, you will open the doors. Well, the doors will open for you. Now, when you find a TARDIS, you'll need a few things. You will need a dematerialization circuit, a fluid link, and an Artron capacitor. That's what you need to be able to use the TARDIS just generally. But I would also recommend making a navcom, as that's the only way to move the TARDIS around the world generally. Without that, you're just randomly going to be moved about a few blocks. You won't be able to go too far. When when you enter a TARDIS, you get the achievement 11D Euclidean Geometry, and a nice little music starts to play. To be fair, I quite like this. I don't think this is copyrighted, but I don't actually know. Well, I just hope not. Now, you go down here, you've got your engine. You open your engine, there's a few different slots. This is the components. Now, to put in items, you will need to do a quick mini game every time. Dematerialization, circuit, fluid link, and there you go. Navcom. There you go. Now, with components, you need to turn them on every time. There's this little thing, and if you left click that, sorry, I have to do the thing with my fingers, we do left. So you turn these on, and then you can use the components. Opening this one, these are the Artron banks. This is where you put in your Artron capacitors. You do the same mini game every time, so it can get a bit repetitive, but you know. Now, all of your components have durability. So every time you fly your TARDIS, you will lose durability on your components. Now, you can add enchantments like unbreaking and mending to your components, which allow you to repair them over time, or you can just make new ones. To make new components, you will need a... where is it? It's in the future blocks, I believe. No? Maybe it is. Oh yeah, you will need a quantoscope. A quantoscope is one of the essential things in the mod, and an alembic. Now, to use a quantoscope and an alembic, so a quantoscope has different recipes. A quantoscope is how you make Artron capacitors, it's how you make components, it's how you make, well, again, lots of stuff in the mod. ARS tablets as well. We'll go over ARS in a minute. Allows you to make your sonic screwdriver as well. It's how you make upgrades, and was just generally, yeah, this is going to be a very important thing in the mod if that wasn't entirely clear. And the alembic is one of the first ones you will make. Now, the alembic uses water, and it allows you to make things like mercury and stuff for, what do you call them, I guess, motherboards? The sort of like computers. It's just a component to make stuff, really. Yeah, there you go. It was annoying me. It's how you make circuitry. It's how you make circuitry. Circuit paste allows you to make exotronic circuits, which are required for, well, the quantoscope, and lots of recipes the quantoscope use also require exotronic circuitry. Mercury as well is made using the alembic. You take water, put it in the alembic, and burn cinnabar to make mercury. Now, let's repair the TARDIS itself. Now, when you put all the stuff in the TARDIS, it won't immediately work. The navcom allows you to see location data and all that. Now, you need to press this button, this interior. This is the refueler. When you activate the refueler, you will start to gain Artron energy, or Artron units. Now, the basic capacitor can only hold 64 Artron units, the medium 128, and the high 256. Now, let's just get a few of the high ones. It's going to be annoying. I have to go for that mini game every time. You can also, well, actually, no, we'll go over that in a second, I suppose. Let's just do this, and and there you go, and Triz. This will just make it easier generally. The more Artron units you have, the longer you can fly, and it costs Artron units to change the interior as well of your TARDIS. So that is 20 AU. Let's you can change your exterior as well. When you first tame a broken TARDIS, you only have whatever exterior it is you're using. The TT capsule exterior, and the phased optics shell, which is just like if you're in a birch area, you'll get birch trees. If you're in an oak forest, you'll get oak trees, you know, stuff like that. So, I mean, let's fly the TARDIS, I suppose. Let's randomize coordinates. I'll show off what the manual does. Now, the manual, or the Strange Journal, it shows you, well, pop-ups of what everything does. You know, vertical landing, refueler, things like that. When you're in flight, there is a few different events you go through. We'll 10. Let's just wind level again. A bit further. Like that, because it'll round off anyway. There you go. Let's do that. Ooh. The handbrake is on. This is the handbrake. When the handbrake is activated, you can't use your TARDIS, which helps because you have to lock the doors. Otherwise, if you're on a server, anyone could just come in and take your TARDIS. So if they don't know how it works, they won't know to turn the handbrake on, so they'll probably be stuck. So if you don't want to lose your TARDIS, you can get a key, of course, which we will also show off later. But until you do, just keep in mind, keep your handbrake on. Now, when I activate this, you'll see all installation with X. Now I'm pressing X, and that gets rid of that. There's a few different in-flight events in this, which you have to go through and stop. Some of them are simple: press this button, do that, do this. But other ones, like other ones require you to like randomize and change where you're facing the exterior to get rid of them. A few of them require multiple different things, which can get a little bit confusing. We're at 100, so to put anything down, you shift and click instead. And there you go. Now there you go, and up here, go out here, and I've moved, as you can tell. It's good for travel, that's for sure. And you could put your base in there, so you could have a constantly moving base as well. Now, let's go back in the TARDIS. And let's show on. And so, there's certain things you can't do without multiple components. For now, we're at, let's put the refueler back on. But, if I go down here, there's certain things you need certain components to do. Right now we have the dematerialization circuit, which you need to actually activate flight, the fluid link, which you need to refuel your TARDIS, and the navcom, which you need to be able to decide where you go. Without it, you'll just randomize where you appear. Now, there are other things in the mod. The chameleon circuit. The chameleon circuit allows you to change your exterior to whatever you want. Now, you don't start with exteriors, you unlock exteriors throughout the mod through certain ways. There's the chameleon circuit, the interstellar antenna, which is more useful in multiplayer servers, but does have use. There's one quest in this mod which you need the interstellar antenna to get, but it allows you to communicate with other players, send out distress signals. So if you're on a server, you can communicate with everyone else. The temporal grace circuit. It basically just makes it so that if you ever get hurt in your TARDIS, you won't get hurt. Instead, this will take durability away. So this will lose durability instead of you taking damage. The shield generator, it protects it prevents damage to other subsystems. So, like, if the outside of the TARDIS gets hit, it will affect all of the subsystems, but with this will be the only one that gets damaged. The stabilizer. The stabilizer allows for stabilized flight, which makes it so that you don't have so all of the events, they don't happen. It just flies for you, so you don't have to worry about anything, and it just works out for you. As you can see after my first flight, we've lost durability in the dematerialization circuit and the fluid link. It happens. Let's put in the chameleon circuit. Let's put in the interstellar antenna. Black, blue. red, blue, green, black. Shield generator. You in. And the stabilizer. There you go. Black and green. Now, every time you put in a component, you've got to remember to switch on the switch, or the component won't work. It will just be sort of useless. Now, it won't take damage whilst it's off either, though. So, you know, that's good, I suppose. I'd say we're fine for now. We've got a lot of Archer. The upgrades we'll go over in a minute. But right now, I feel like we should go into charging and attunement. Now, with the Tardis, with charging, you can get these things called Artron batteries, which you put in here, and then whilst you're flying, or I believe whilst you're refueling, they charge. Now, you need the Artron battery for a few things in the mod. One being the Vortex Manipulator, or, well, cheap and nasty time travel. Basically, it's like a Tardis, only worse, kind of, because there's more restrictions. For one, it's not bigger on the inside, so you know you can't live in a vortex manipulator. But for you, really, you need a Tardis to use this. Though this is more like because you need an Artron battery that's charged to use the vortex manipulator. We'll show this off in a bit. Now, what shall I do next? Attunement. So let's get a Tardis key and a sonic screwdriver. Now, the recipe for the sonic screwdriver is the sonic emitter, the sonic amplifier, the sonic amp, and the sonic amp. And you make these all in the quantoscope by using iron nuggets and electronic circuits. I believe, do you also make the key in here? No, I believe it's a crafting recipe. Key. Tardis key, 2 iron, 3 iron, 1 ender pearl, and 1 exotronic circuit. Or it's different depending on which one you want as well. I mean, this is probably the best one because it's coal, so it's cheaper. But, you know, I prefer the look of this one. This is based off the 4th Doctor's TARDIS key, I believe. So, how the TARDIS key and all that works with attunement is you just take the item you want to attune, you put it into the attunement slot, and then you fly. You can do the... you don't have to deactivate flight, so like, I haven't changed my spot, but I'll just activate flight version. This allows me to show off these as well. I'm already where I need to go, so I don't need to fly. And you don't need to stop either flying. It just damages your components and wastes Artron units as you stay in flight longer than you have to. But for attunement reasons, it is good. Now, when you're at 100% flight, you no longer run into any more of these pop-up events, which makes sense because you're not really flying anymore. You're where you need to go, you're just choosing not to materialise. If you go down here, you'll be able to see, as right here, you get a progress bar, and as you're flying, this gets closer and closer to attuning. I believe the quicker you go, the quicker it attunes, but I wouldn't quite know that. There is a small glitch in this mod sometimes where when you go down in speed levels, it increases the flight time left, even if you're at 100%, so this might cause issues. Let's go down here, and how are you coming along? Yeah, I think it is a little... Never mind, I don't think it's any quicker. But yeah, this is progressing. We'll let this one do that, but we'll show off this as well, because if you're in creative or you have cheats activated, you just do the command like TARDIS, attune _ item, TARDIS, your TARDIS. And there you go. This is attuned to my TARDIS now. Now, a block you can get is the neutronic spectrometer. Now, the neutronic spectrometer is what allows you to unlock a majority of the other interiors and exteriors and consoles in this mod. Now, if you're on the recipes, you get different blocks give you different things. A boat gives you the Panamax interior, Prisma gives you the Nemo console, any potion gives you the this is the third or fourth door. I don't want to go over all of these, you can probably yourself. go over all these. Some of them are redundant, like if you already have the Steam interior, which is this interior, you aren't going to be getting another one, because it'd just be a waste. But I'll show off one. Let's get a boat. Put that in there. Now that processes. You don't need to power this out. None of the items in this mod really need you any like forge energy or anything. They all work on their own. Now that's gone in there. And now I put this here, ETA. That will slowly go into the Sonic. Then after one, and it's in the Sonic. So now I'll put the Sonic, this Sonic slot, and I have unlocked the Panamax. Let's go downstairs, because I think this is done. Yeah, attuned to my Tardis. I'll put on the stable, and that will land me without glitching out. Right, let's change our interior. Now, when you first get an abandoned Tardis, you'll have the abandoned version of that interior. And then when you save up 100 Archer energy, you can change to the regular version. Now, when you activate that, you'll be asked to leave, and then you'll leave. And in creative, it happens quite quickly, but it takes longer in survival for the interior. So I will go back in here, and this is the normal version of the Steam interior. Now, let's show off something with the Sonic, the Quantoscope. Now, there's two versions of the Quantoscope, the brass version and the iron version. So, Quantoscope. The brass version is free gold, and the iron version is free iron. So it just depends on which one you have, generally. And you can dye one or the other to look different. Now, you can change the appearance of your sonic screwdriver using this as well. So, let's say I want this one and that one, you and you. There you go. There's a few ones that are from the show and a few that are just sort of random, and you can just change your sonic screwdriver hand. You can do a few things with the sonic screwdriver. You can interact with redstone. It doesn't work on wood. You can change to entity interaction. So if I get if I go out here, let's find a sheep, or let's spawn one in. Sheep. There you go. Now, if I right-click the sheep, I shear the sheep. I believe you can also grow crops and things like that. Now, the TARDIS coordinates basically allow you to right-click on any spot, and now the TARDIS's destination will be set to that location. Now, the TARDIS key you have to be close up to use, but you can unlock and lock your TARDIS. Then let's show off the Statenheim remote. Tune item. Now, how the Statenheim remote works is, let's say you're being shot at by a Dalek, and you need to get out of there quick. You can right-click on a spot, and your TARDIS will begin to dematerialize. This is the classic Who version, but there are multiple versions. There's, I believe, 2 versions. There's the classic Who version and the new Who version. The classic version fades away and fades in here. And the... oh, it's locked. And the new version, the new Who version, is the one you expect to see, really. You can change how your exterior looks. You can change how your console looks as well. Rosewood, yeah, sure. Looks nice. And I'll just go out here and we'll show off the new version as well. Now, you get a noise instead, and it begins to fade or fades out. And then it phases out. I prefer this one over the original. I just prefer how it looks. I mean, I prefer New Who generally. I mean, I grew up with like Matt Smith and all that as the Doctor. I mean, that's why he's my favourite. But still, yeah. You know, it's pretty cool. This would do quite well in a mod pack as well. I mean, there is an official mod pack as well that you can check out. I believe it's called Tardis Engineers or something like that. Anyway, let's show off the space part. So if I go to, well, actually, / Tardis unlock interior. Tardis that. Exterior and the consoles. There you go. Let's just show off these a bit. I'm not going to show off every interior, but I'll show off like some of the exteriors and things like that. Oh, the police box. The police box Mark 7. This is the police public call box. I think it's Jodie's police public call box. It looks more so like Jodie Whittaker's than anything else. I mean, yeah, because it's too bright to be Matt Smith's or Peter Capaldi's. You can't change the exterior on this one. There is another as well, which is the Mark III, which is the third Doctor's, I believe. There you go, the third Doctor exterior. It's smaller as well. I suppose some people might prefer this. I think it's the third Doctor, so that might be a mashup of like the third Doctors and the fourth Doctors. I don't really know. Go in here. You know what, let's just go with the... Let's go with the K2. I don't like the regular K2 as much as I like the Cyberpunk. I love the Cyberpunk. This is one of the exteriors I use. I just think it looks cool. There you go. Let's change the interior as well to something I prefer. When you unlock all of them, it gives you the abandoned versions. You won't be, when you get a broken TARDIS exterior, you won't be able to keep the abandoned version if you go into the regular version. It will be deleted from your system. Traveller interior. Here and boom. There you go. Oh, and there's the bigger on the inside effect. It doesn't really work amazingly. You have to get really close for the bigger on the inside. But the smaller on the outside works okay. To be honest, I know this doesn't work with immersive portals. I know that there's a version out now for 1.18.2, which I don't think, when it gets a few more updates, maybe I'll use that one more, but I prefer this one right now. Let's go to space. Yeah. Alrighty then. What are we at on that? Oh, that's right. This is the one we're on. 50%. You know what, it's on. Let's kick it up a little bit. Okay, that's gone down. Let's just go to max. I'm a bit impatient. Let's just... Okay, well, apparently I'm very impatient. No. But, well, it takes longer to go from dimension to dimension than just to generally travel. Of course, general travel, it depends on the distance you're trying to go, but as a rule, I would say it's faster to travel normally than it is to travel dimension. There's a few add-ons for the new TARDIS mod. Temporal additions and DLC Harmony come to mind. There's a few more as well. Let's just wait around, I guess, for the stress signal to go off. Well, I guess I could show off the ARS whilst I'm doing that. So the ARS is... let's go for a corridor. You can basically just expand your TARDIS as much as you like. Like, look, there's a few rooms. There's the archive library, which is just a big library. There is the hydroponics farm, which is just a farm for you to grow whatever you want in. And the machinery workshop. You could use create with this as well, I suppose. But yeah, it works very well. There is the zero room. This is an add-on. If you use the regeneration mod, that allow you to use this as well. There is. Okay, this is taking a while. You're taking a while, aren't you? Oh, there you go. Loading one. Now, when you go to space, you'll need a space helmet, which you can find in a few places. There's some structures in the overworld. There is some places on the map. I'll show that. Flight 891. There you go. When you land, you're supposed to land inside the space station, which I did this time, lovely. Now, with the space station mission, you arrive on the space station, you go in here, and then you can open these things as well. There is some, you can get, yeah, like space legs, you can get stuff here, generally, as well. Yeah. And there's some loot as well, and food and things like that. You can get some good loot here. You get some good, like, iron, gold, redstone, some exotronic circuits, some Zion crystals. What you're mainly looking for is the commander, which is this one. He's the only one in full suit. You get this little diamond thing. There's a SOS. Alright. So then you just kill the rogue security. Oh, God's sakes. So let's just put on the full spacesuit. Now when you put on the you need the boots really to move in places with low gravity. And let's get the helmet. Yeah. Space. Right, let's get a sword, or no, let's get a sword. A netherite sword. Alright. Let's go. Sometimes they do take a minute to spawn, so if you can't find them, don't be too worried. Oh, there's also this area. Oh, not this area. Maybe it's on the other side. There is another area. Oh, there you go. There you go. Right, these lot. They're a bit annoying. They do a lot of damage, and they're not easy to kill. They just sort of, they have a lot of health. I mean, you can see I'm critting them with a netherite sword, and they're still not really going down. They're very tanky. This is definitely more of a late game thing, but then again, getting like all of the stuff you need from the Tardis is much more like a late game thing with this. But you need to do this to unlock some stuff for them. Oh, there's my Tardis. I'll show off this as well. This is a another area to loot stuff in. You go in here and they've got an alembic. They've got some brewing stands. They've got a quantoscope. So if you need one, you can find them here. I'll go in here and they've got boots and stuff. There is just stuff to loot here, so just keep that in mind as well. I will go here and here. These are empty though. The ones in the hallways, the ship computers, they're empty. There you go. You aren't going to find anything. Where are they? They're out here. Because it's annoying, because they sometimes just spawn in random places. Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's annoying how their spawn patterns. You can sometimes just be wandering around looking for them, but you know. You. And final one. Or not. Oh, you're the final one. They can spawn out here as well. Well, I know I was here, because this is where my Tardis is. Then just go back through here, you go to the captain, and you're like, oh, yeah, thanks. And this is the structure upgrade. This is the only way to get the structure upgrade. And you have a scanner on your Tardis, so if I set the dimension to... That's the same as before. This is the same one. So set the dimension to space. Now when you do that, no, the moon. Sorry, the moon. Now when you do that, you can only go to biomes on the moon. And I don't think there is well, there's a moon field, but you know. But then you install the structure upgrade, which goes, was it here? Yeah. Put that in. This does get annoying after a while doing the same little thing. These ones as well, they auto switch on, whereas the components they just don't, which I think is stupid. Yeah, they've all taken damage because I've used them. But yeah, then we go on to here again, and I'll go moon, and now I see the moon lander. So yeah, I'll show off. I don't think I'll show off the generation mod stuff this video. Maybe I'll do a separate video on the generation mod that might go over some stuff about this. Because the thing is, there's big changes from version to version. Like in 1.12, it's different than it is in 1.16, and in 1.20, it's different than it is in 1.16. It's like, you know, it all changes over time. You know, so anything I do won't be the most for every version. 100%. Yeah, you get sucked out of your spaceship as well. That just happens. This is, I think, the only structure here. Well, I think there is another one, but I can't remember what it's called, where it spawns. You can get some loot in that, but yeah, generally speaking. The moon is sort of a bit bare bones. And of course, now they've moved on to working on the 1.18 version, so this is probably... We aren't probably going to get any more new TARDIS mod updates in 1.16.5. Let's go back to the overworld. And let's search crashed structure. Crashed structure is a crashed spaceship, which you can find in the It's how you unlock a few of the other exteriors and interiors. Mainly from the crash structure, that is how you get the police box Mark III, and that is how you get the console units, the Type 40 Mark I. It's not. I don't think it's how you get the I don't think there's any interiors tied to it though. Unlike with the other one I'll show off. 60%. This would work well in a mod pack as well. Like, this would work well because there's lots of different rooms you can add in here. So you could have like a whole room just for create stuff. Like there's a room I'd recommend probably is the empty large room, because then you can just activate that, and there you go. You could probably do a lot in creating here. And how to delete a room is if you right click on that and you can delete a room. Takes a minute and then there you go. The screen's shaking because I'm landing, not because of the room deletion. Right, let's go over here. And oh, crash structures are underground. Well, usually underground. So they can be a bit annoying to find. Like you see, it hasn't put me in the crash structure, and that's probably because the crash structure is like been generated in something else. So I might not even be able to find it, to be honest. I don't want to lose track of my TARDIS is all. It's not easy to find. That's the annoying thing. Is it's not easy to find, and it generates in something else. It's already hard enough to find regularly, and then Is this it? Oh, this is it. There you go. Crash ship. There you go. You can find these in the space dimension as well, and they're not in anything, so you know. Yeah, let's break away at this. Yeah. Where's the Oh, that hasn't broken away everything. Yeah, over here, and there you go. Ship computer. This is how you get space stuff. You can just find it in the overworld as well. Oh, I don't think you could really find this very well. And if you right-click on this, I've downloaded a data fragment for the Police Box Mark III. So that's how you get that. And then the probably final thing I'm going to show is a big one, which is the Daleks. There are Daleks in this mod. This is less like the actual like Dalek mod is more like fan service for Doctor Who. Like it's more like, you know, there's a bunch of different Daleks, there's Cybermen, there's Autons. Like, don't get me wrong, the TARDIS and that is good, but it's not. This is really expansive. If your TARDIS doesn't like you, you're screwed. And if your TARDIS does like you, it will like, if your TARDIS likes you, but if you're in danger and you're nearly dying, your TARDIS will, you know, materialise around you and save you. So that's one thing, benefit with the TARDIS like. A Dalek ship. They're very far away. That's, yeah. That's not too far. But then again, it's not too close either. Daleks do a lot of damage as well. If you have regeneration mod installs, you will probably go through a few regenerations. Like, you know, they're very powerful. Back to the ARS stuff. There's a few other rooms I want to show off, really. The ARS tree, which is just an ideal generator, but this you use these ARS eggs to make the ARS tablet. But the ARS eggs can give you there's uncraftable things, and this is how you get them. So if you wanted to make your own custom interior, you would get an ARS egg, which can be a bit inconvenient because you'd have to there's no easy way to make your own interior. You just have to destroy your existing interior and make one. And, you know, there's ways of adding interiors with data packs and things like that, but it's not easy to do. You can find a fair few data packs though on this mod and things like it to add things. I mean, it's the same with Dalek mod. You can add data packs to that as well. There you go, I've landed. Now, I've landed in the ship. Yeah, Daleks. I'm maybe not going to go into survival mode. So this is another thing. They aren't very Minecraft. Dalek mod is very much trying to be Doctor Who in Minecraft. Whereas TARDIS mod is trying to be, oh, there's TARDISes and all that happen to be in Minecraft. That's not good. Like, I could see this existing in, like, some other game, and it wouldn't look out of place. You can get lots of loot on here. You get very good loot, like NC level, I'd say. Like, they're quite powerful. The further into the ship you get, the better the loot is. Like here, oh yeah, a chameleon arch, which is from the Regeneration mod, a mending diamond sword, Curse of Binding helmet, but you know, instead of diamond helmet, ancient debris, all that. You can get, as an example, very good loot. Then you've got in here efficiency 3, like that's a very good pickaxe. Like, you know, you can get space stuff, you can get a bunch of stuff basically. Earth shotgun as well, which is I think this is the gun Captain Jack Harkness used in the 1980 series. Now this is how you get one of my favourite interiors off some of these. Downloaded data fragment, the coralized interior, and the modern police box. Now this is how you get the coral interior, and this is also but you can get that through like using dead coral and all that from the ocean. But the one thing that is exclusive to these Dalek ships is the Toyota interior and console. I'll go back to my TARDIS and I'll show that off, and then I'll probably let's go here and let's go in my TARDIS. Well, actually, push one of these guys in as well, and I'll show off another thing. I want you to go in my TARDIS. You're a Dalek, for goodness sake. This should be your dream. Go in the TARDIS. Go in. There you go. Oh. Well, that didn't last long. Basically, anytime there's a hostile mob in the TARDIS, the alarms start going off. And you get this ringing, and it's just like, into the security menu, toggle alarm off. You can also scan for life signs, which basically just tells you if there's another player on the TARDIS, or if there's like a cow or something on the TARDIS, you'll know about it with this. And the force field. This is for in space. It stops you from being sucked out of your TARDIS immediately, but I don't know if it can block enemies. I assume it can, but it's the sort I'm not really willing to test it. Now we get on to my favourite interior and console, where is it? The Toyota interior. Toyota. Someone say oh, that made a weird noise. Why is it making that noise? That sounds like a slime dying. What is that? Oh. Is it flowing water? No. Okay, that's not supposed to be happening. Either way. Alright. Let's go into here, console unit, and the Model G. And I'll change the exterior as well to Police Box Mark 7. Now, it's the basic blue one right now, but you get steam exhaust as well, but you can change that in the interior properties that's the blue one. There's the normal orange, and I believe there is as well the violet one, which I usually use with the steampunk K2 exterior. Looks nice. Yeah, it's very good material. And you can also get the where would it? The rotating monitor. So if I place that, it's a monitor, but if I shift click, I do feel connected to this time shift. You can just turn it. Now, obviously, on the real one, there's two of these, but it's too small really to have two. But yeah, so that is the rotation monitor. This has been the Toyota interior, and this has been my review of the new Tardis. If you enjoyed, please do feel free to like and subscribe, and please do check out other videos. And bye. Hey, I just wanted to apologise for my voice in this. I've had a bit of a sore throat, so if my voice sounds rough, that's why. And sorry about the splashing. I don't know what that is. I've tried to figure it out and I can't remove it, so apologies to have to deal with that. Thank you for watching, and bye.